not me. Look like I've been running a marathon. I know. A lightweight half. You guys see, we got some clips on social media today that are going nuts. That kind of have something to do with the show today. I appreciate all my people being in here. Prompt. I need you guys to share the show because we got a scorcher today. On my mama, on my. I'm just saying. We have some clips that kind of got a lot of people's attention. Actually, let's do this. Let's go on and get the varmints in here. We're going to go ahead and get the varmints in here. Today's topic, what we're talking about is the DRA, the dating retirement age, the age in which it gets exponentially difficult for women to score a good, meaningful relationship. I'm talking about, listen, a lot of women don't know why they're having trouble. What am I doing? Having trouble dating. A lot of older women, right? They don't know. We could have been told you this. We could have been told, listen, if you're 50 and up woman and you're average looking, even if you're a 6, give me a second, people. There we go. There we go. We're going to kill it today, people. We're going to kill it. The DRA is the dating retirement age. It is that age in which you guys, listen, you don't notice it. You guys don't notice dating getting difficult for you due to, you don't notice it due to the hope that you keep. Look at it like this. I want you guys to look at it like you guys know how, not the responsible people, but you probably were irresponsible before. You remember you used to try to just compile all of your obligations in your head, right? When most responsible people, they have a monthly list of things that they know they need to pay, things of that nature. But you used to try to compile it in your head. Oh, I can handle it. That's not the way it goes. Because if you add up all your monthly expenses and all of your overhead, sometimes it can throw you for a loop and you won't have what you thought you had, right? You won't need to pay what you thought you needed to pay. You just think you have this thing all solved in your head, right? That's the way it is for a lot of women on the dating highway. You never stop to think about the components that are hindering you from scoring. And that's an issue. Because a real live issue has arisen. A real live issue, and it's a huge detriment. As you begin to age, you begin to lose some of the appeal that men generally find attractive. Some of the appeal that is the driving force behind men approaching a woman. Some of the driving force, there is things that has taken place that are a huge chunk of the driving factor that when your cousin hooks you up with this guy she know who's single, he's not really motivated. You have lost a lot of your appeal. Listen, you guys need to know that we die, right? We die as human beings. And before we die, we begin to decline. The only thing that I'll say, and that women don't like, men's decline is not like women's decline. We gain value as we get older because we begin to get more mature. And as we begin to get more mature, we begin to get more responsible about our finances. We come into our financial intelligence and we start getting better. It is the age at which we start realizing it's time to start taking life serious and we get better. Women, on the other hand, listen, I have to ask the ladies. Well, I'm going to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. Those of you who are on YouTube, I'm sorry, TikTok, you're going to want to come over here and see these clips. You're going to want to come over here and see these clips. I want to show you ladies something.
For a black woman, why would I continue to date a race of men who don't respect what I bring to the table, who I am, how strong I am, how I stand?
That's not all black men.
It's not all black, and I'm not speaking as an entire race.
Your group.
I'm not talking as an entire race. I'm just saying that there is a large percentage of black men who don't really hold it down for y'all. You might be a great man. Your boys might be great, but you got to know that your cousins ain't right.
Not perfect,
I'm not saying people have to be perfect, but as a black woman who has always dated black, I've dated twice outside of my race, and it was amazing. And I did feel guilty, like maybe I should stay within my race, but all bets are off now because I'm tired. I'm tired of trying.
I want you guys to listen to this. She said all bets are off, like she just took something valuable away from the single men. Oh, like I got something for y'all. Since you guys want to play games, you don't have access to me. I won't date you. I won't date you. I won't date you. You don't have access to me. She said that like she was removing something valuable. This woman is 55, 60 years old. Let's go.
To teach people how to treat me. So if I meet someone outside of my race that chooses to come at me in a more respectful, a more consistent manner than what I've been experiencing, that's what I'm going to do. Your thing. I'm going to be colorblind.
I have to ask the ladies, is this really real? Are our realities, men and women, are our realities really that far apart from each other? To where we are stuck in reality and you guys have not even figured out what reality is? Could this woman really be real, thinking that she's going to punish us by removing our access to her? This woman is 55, 60 years old. I'm actually scared if this really is real. Because if it really is real, we walk amongst zombies. Do you guys hear this 55, 60-year-old woman talking like this? At this point, I'm starting to hurt for women as a whole because you guys really have a completely different vision than we have. I gotta play that over.
As for a black woman, why would I continue to date a race of men who don't respect what I bring to the table, who I am, how strong I am, how I stand?
That's not all black men.
It's not all black, and I'm not speaking as an entire race.
Your group.
I'm not talking as an entire race. I'm just saying that there is a large percentage of black men who don't really hold it down for y'all. You might be a great man. Your boys might be great, but you got to know that your cousins ain't right.
Not perfect,
I'm not saying people have to be perfect, but as a black woman who has always dated black, I've dated twice outside of my race, and it was amazing. And I did feel guilty, like maybe I should stay within my race, but all bets are off now because I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to teach people how to treat me. So if I meet someone outside of my race that chooses to,
I want you guys to really listen to this. This woman feels like she has some leverage over us to make us behave. Ain't that what our grannies and our uncles used to say? I want to get some women up here early. I just really do. Mika, let me see. But if it were so great, why ain't she married to one of the two? See, this is what we're talking about right here. You dated two of them, and it was so great. But here you are, over here with us. Right? A thing just came by. Who's missing on a 60-year-old? Let's be honest. That's from one of the posts that was posted today. People are going nuts over our Instagram today. Well, I'm not going to say it's going viral. It's probably got like 40,000 views, right? Nobody can comprehend this thing that you guys do. Nobody can comprehend it because we don't want to think that you're serious. She said that like she was punishing. Oh, I got something for y'all. I'm not dating blacks anymore. So what? Apparently, no blacks were checking for you. And I'm going to be honest. I need 2 women up here. Give me 2 women. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care where it's at. Give me 2 women up here because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. I want to talk to 2 women because we have 2 completely different communication components. And ours suggests that you are way off. It suggests that you are way off. Give me 2 ladies up here. I'm going to drop the link over here in YouTube too. Let's go. I usually don't start this early, but I have questions. But we're going to go ahead and let's go.
Come at me in a more respectful, a more consistent manner than what I've been experiencing. That's what I'm
You're going to do your thing.
I'm going to be colorblind.
We don't care. Your dating experience has shown you that we don't care. The fact that men aren't coming at you like this. Listen, ladies, I'm going to tell you something. There is a such thing as a DRA, a dating retirement age. Your dating retirement age is that age in which it gets exponentially harder for you to score a decent man. Listen, the issue with that is you stayed on the dating highway too long. You misused your youth. Listen, ladies, I want to tell you guys this. Your prime is reserved for getting your husband. It is when you are at your highest value. Worm on the hook is reserved for attracting fish. Your prime, your better years when your tatas are perky, where you haven't had any kids yet, therefore your stomach does not look like an old deflated football. Give me a thumbs up, ladies, if you agree with what I just said. Please give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down if I'm not right. Your prime, which is your years, I'm going to stretch this, between 27 and 35. Really, I want to say 27 and 32. These are the ages in which you are in your prime and you are supposed to be dangling yourself out there amongst the men of society. This is when you can get the highest caliber of man because you are at your highest. Miss Christina in this situation with the rose. I appreciate it, love. I appreciate it. Yeah, I figured Dove was going to disagree, but who cares? Her opinion doesn't really matter. Why do you guys think it gets so much more difficult as you get older? Listen, a lot of you, I see it on dating sites. I see a lot of you guys. You have the same pictures up that you did 6 years ago when I was first on the site. And I've had women tell me, oh, I look the same. No, you don't. And that's what you guys get caught up thinking. You don't look the same. Your value isn't the same. You are supposed to be out there looking for your husband around the ages of 29 and 33. 32 or 33. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why you guys haven't caught on to this yet. I don't know why. You listen to this 55, 60-year-old woman talking. At this point, I'm starting to hurt for women as a whole. You guys really are walking around here like kids, clueless, right? I don't know whether to take this serious or to think that this is just her defense mechanism to keep from hurting because she knows it's over. But I guess it's real. I guess it's real because it's not just her, right? It's not just her. Let's go.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm
it.
old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen.
Yeah.
I need you guys to listen to this. This woman, I think, is 61 years old right now, and she has the nerve enough to have some standards and prerequisites. I'm not getting on a dating site. I'm old. I'm traditional. Ma'am, hang that up. You do what men tell you to do at this point. At 61 years old, it doesn't even matter how much money you have. You have to shut up and do what men are requiring you to do. You are 40 years away from 100 years old. As a woman, my people down here in these comments snapping. Yeah, Lisa Ray said the same thing. Like it's crazy to men. Dove, you're not gonna speak rationally, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. What? Ladies, it's not that we don't want you to score. It's not that we don't want you to score. No Emotion Podcast. No, I just know that your opinion is not going to provide adequate intellectual basis. Listen, women want to settle down after they've been ran through 1,000%. You can't do that because men have too many options. Unattractive men have too many options. Listen, I want to show you guys something.
Stuff like that, because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And
What are you looking for at this stage, this point?
a partner.
Listen to this. Watch this.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Going to let me go shopping.
Yeah.
A man spend money on you? Are you insane? Whew. You guys write this show for me. Is this real? Listen, somebody's going to come up here and explain this to me, because this is one thing that I don't have knowledge in. I don't have knowledge in being a woman, but somebody's going to come and talk to me. You got to explain to me what's going on. Is this real? And tell me how women think, because we don't know. That's one thing we don't know. Miss Jules, come on up here and holler at me. I want to know. I really want to know if this stuff is real. I really do want to know. And that's the concept that I was looking for. Self-aware. I believe these women really are not self-aware. to what's really taking place in this world. But let's go.
To travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah.
I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you
so
just
you got.
Listen at women. I feel like you just spoke it into existence. So what does that mean for all of the other millions of women who want a man but can't get one? Did their prayers not reach God? Right? You guys are crazy with that speaking into existence and things like that. Manifesting. That stuff's not real. And if it is, how come you haven't achieved it? What I believe is real is work. Putting in the work to achieve what it is that you desire. That's what's real. But let's go.
I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so
you know,
if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll keep.
You hear what she slid in there? I'm taking applications. So if you have a friend.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you
so
just
you got. I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so
you know,
if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all.
And I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. Letting you know that too.
I'm not against different nationalities. Letting you know that too. See, this is what we're talking about when we just think women are crazy. Black Dove is down here. I tried to talk to him. He's scared. I am not a child. I'm not going for reverse psycho. Oh, she thinks I'm scared? Let me bring her up here. Are you insane? Oh my God. Smarter than your average bear. Listen, I don't know. I just really guess this stuff really is real. Vivica Fox is around 61 years old, has blown up like poor quality dope, and is now ready to settle down and believes that she actually stands a realistic chance. Ladies, I'm not saying that you don't stand a chance. I'm saying that due to how much decline that you have sustained and taken on physically, you're going to have to lower your standards significantly. And there's something that's keeping you guys from acknowledging that. Here's what we're saying. There's a reason why they have clearance racks at stores. Because the food is not high quality as it once was. I really hope that didn't go over a lot of your heads. You guys are the most prideful creatures on this planet. We have a dummy over here who said women's dating value increases with age. I just almost ended this whole show. Like, I'm telling you guys, it's why we don't like women. Like me, myself, I'm self-professed. I tell you, I don't like women. I only like my women. These conversations, it's like we're talking to children. Listen, give me a thumbs up if you believe that women's dating value increases with age. Give me a thumbs down if you say hell no. Give me a thumbs up if you believe women's dating value increases the older they get. Look, hell no. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Shout out to Ali in this situation over here on this situation. With the $20 Cash App, getting us closer to our goal. I gotta drop bombs on when it's $10 and more. I'm dropping bombs from now on. That's what we're doing. Listen, Black Dub, I told you your opinion doesn't count. Everybody on this thing thinks you're crazy. And see, that's an issue. That's an issue that you got. Look at this. Look at this. There's thumbs downs over here. There's thumbs downs over here. Some people are putting up 6 thumbs down at a time. Are you crazy? If you get better with age, then why do you hit geriatric pregnancy the older you get? Why do you hit menopause? Why does it get more complicated for you to have children? Why does it become a health risk? Why do things start sagging? Why do we start dying? You people are crazy. Now, I'm not going to say that for all of the women. I'm going to say that for the people. Listen, we are here to help you. You can't do this on your own. You can't do this on your own. You're going to have to lower your standards significantly because your value has decreased significantly. Listen, and don't expect him to be that young. Don't expect him to be that handsome. And he may not have much going for himself. You are 50 and up as a woman. 50 and up as a man is different. All we have to do is hit the gym a little bit, increase our finances. And Lord God, don't let us already have our swagger intact. I'm just being honest with you. You women destroyed yourselves when you...
Times has changed. And now women are getting education and trying to chase that bag.
And you're no good. You're no good. You spent your primes trying to be like men, trying to chase that bag, trying to take care of kids from bastard, illegitimate children from when you were on your whole phase. I'm going to get to the part, ladies, where I tell you how an older woman can score too. Listen, I'm going to say this again. Do not expect him to be young. Do not expect him to be that handsome. And he may not have much going for himself. It's not because he's a bad person. It's because you waited until the age where you start to decline in all of the areas that usually attract men to women. Right? And every area that you're declining in now, 25 and 30-year-old girls are in their prime of those areas. What do the black pastors say? Oh, y'all ain't hear me though. Y'all ain't hear me though. Shout out to Lone Star up in this situation over here. My day one. Don't play with me. I'll entertain her because she has nothing to say. It's just going to turn into a stupid conversation. What do you want, Black Dove? What do you want?
Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, so you just woke up and chose violence today. You just woke up
No,
and
I
chose
know
to
you
be
by now.
crazy.
I know you by now. I don't expect anything tangible to come out of this. The fact that you even believe that women gain value as they age inspires me to not want to talk to you. That's a foolish statement. There's not a woman
I
down here who
mean,
believes that.
yeah, a convicted felon don't want to usually talk to the judge. Don't blame me. It don't surprise me that you don't want to talk to me or that your supporters don't want to talk to me or hear from me. Yeah, guilty people usually don't want to talk to somebody handing down a sentence. So you woke up today, you chose violence, you chose misinformation, you chose to be mean. But
Where's
friends,
Summer
I
at?
promise, wherever you want to take it, I'm already there. So
There go my girl.
already
Let
there.
it rain, let it rain.
Yeah, and
Tell me how
women's
your day is going,
value.
sweetie.
It's going very well. How are you, Stacey?
You know my life is amazing. I just give God praise for this thing that he put in, just creating me, and my life is astounding for real. I had a question for you.
Okay.
Do you believe that the older women get, the more valuable they get on the dating market?
Absolutely not. They
What?
decline.
Who is this? Who is this?
Be respectful. That's what you do. Be
I'm
respectful.
kindly asking who it
Well, I
is.
hear your tone. Be respectful. Usually when I bring girls up here, it's one of my
Okay.
girls. I'm not tolerating any disrespect. Just be respectful.
I'm
That's
one of
all.
your girls. You know I am. Who is
Okay,
it?
so be respectful. I want to know, Black Dove, why don't you know? No, here's what we'll do. We'll go here with it. Substantiate your claim. Because I can get Summer to do it. She can run a list of things down that proves her concept. Now, I want you to. You say that women increase in value as they get older. Substantiate it. Tell us the ways that they increase in value.
They increase in value because women, when they're younger, have an unrealistic idea of what a real relationship is. And only being in relationships will a woman learn that her idea is unrealistic and that she's living in a fairy tale and that she's been sold a lie. So the more women date and the older that they get, the more realistic they become. I've been through it.
Okay, hold on. Is it fair to say that when a good man, I think I probably have to be a good man to date you, no? Black Dove?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it fair to say that a good man intends on being in a relationship for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it also fair to say if he's going to be in it for an extended period of time, he expects sex, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the more dating that you do, the more sex you have, the more you lose value.
No. What? That doesn't even make sense. Did you hear what I just said though? Like, I want to know everybody's opinion on that.
I just
Like,
correlated that. You said
no, you started bringing up
the older
SEX.
women get. Now, as the older women get, they're dating, right? They have to be in order to try out this thing called life that you were talking about that gives them more experience. Now, as they're trying this dating thing out in life, they're going to be having sex. Miss Summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you believe women's value increase the more sex they have?
I cannot
I
believe
tried not
that.
to laugh. I really did. I'm not
What
gonna
is
lie.
so funny?
No, you already know how I feel about that, Stacey. Okay, first of all, she doesn't even understand that there are quarters to your life. Okay, you ever heard how the Lord only blessed you with 10? That makes 35-year-old women middle age. The first quarter is 0 to 17. Then you have 18 to 35. Then you have 36 to 52 and 53 to 70. So why would somebody want somebody that is 36 whose eggs are starting to shrivel and
I
say
can
that
tell
that is
you why.
Yeah, let's
young?
don't talk about that part.
No, I
Okay.
can tell you why.
Hold on, you got to
No,
let her finish. You got to let her
no,
finish,
ma'am.
though.
You can't tell me why because of what I do for a living. Your estrogen and all that stuff is starting to run down. We're starting to get wrinkles and all of that other stuff, and body's going into all of these changes. Now you might be in your prime sexually, but the more sex that you have, the more
It's
you
basically
deplete
like going
value.
into a trauma store. Every time you have sex, it's like walking into a trauma store, opening
No,
that
it's
door
not.
every time. There is so much. Listen, for sex to be as wonderful it is, there has to be a high level transfer. And Lord God forbid we start talking about without a condom. Now we're really talking about soul swapping. You guys might not know this. When men have went a long duration of time, we could smell our semen through our sac. It's strong. We could smell it. Now, something that powerful, something that strong, you're allowing me to dump that in your body. It has to be a transfer. It must be a transfer. It creates children. And here you are, letting Tony, Chris, Craig, Jamal,
You're a hypocrite.
Octavius, they get to dump the essence of who they are into your body. Dove, hold on, Dove, hold on. Shout out to Terrence Scott in this situation over here supporting the show. King Jesus Christ is coming soon. Accept him as your savior today. After you die, there will not be a second chance. You could die tonight. He loves you.
Amen.
Think I'm not going to support that? I wholeheartedly support that.
Same.
Did you say same?
Yes, I did. And I don't come for my faith. I don't like that. Just let
Love,
me say
hold
what I
on, hold
said.
on. Listen, let me say something.
Oh my God.
How can you stand so firm on your faith, but you disagree with things that are in the Bible?
Prince, I don't like to talk to you about my faith
It doesn't
because
matter. You shouldn't be up here then. You don't dictate what I talk about, and you know that.
no, I don't dictate what you talk about, but I'm telling you I
It
don't
does.
like to
I
talk about
asked
my
you a
faith
question. Now you
because
can answer it or I can drop you. Did that
Prince,
sound like
look, when it
a
comes to my faith,
disrespect
it's
toward
off
hold
limits.
on,
You can
stop
drop
talking
me.
when I'm talking.
When it
Did that
comes to my
sound like
faith,
a disrespect
it's
to you?
off limits. Here he goes.
You're not gonna play any games up here. Did that sound like a disrespect to your faith?
No, I said same. I said that
And
was a
I
good
said,
comment.
how can you be so serious about your faith when the things that we talk about can even be backed up in the Bible, but you don't agree with it?
Prince, I don't like talking about the Bible. I'm not going to answer that
So you're a
question
lukewarm
because I don't,
Christian then. I stand
I'm
firm
not
on my faith.
talking about
Listen,
that.
on
I'm
this
not talking about
platform,
it.
I have to kick her off of here every single time. And I agree with what you said. How can you be a full-fledged Christian, yet when something of your faith pops up, it almost vexes your spirit? It's a lukewarm Christian. We're supposed to stand up on our faith now. We're supposed to stand on that thing. This brother sent a super chat just to profess his love for Jesus. But listen, listen, I want to say so. I want to talk to you about something, Miss Summer. Here goes my other girl right here. Hold on.
Yes,
There
I was
she is.
just saying that. That's my girl. Hey, Miss Matt.
What's going on, baby? What's going on?
Ooh,
Dove,
long
come on up,
time.
Dove.
I just want to say this. I hope they listening. Leave my Jesus out your mouth.
Say it again.
Leave my Jesus out your mouth.
I find it very ironic. If we're supposed to love God, like see, that's why they call the Bible basic instructions for life, right? Because you can really stand on it. You really can. I'm talking about in business. I'm talking about in romance, in faith. You can really stand. There's something in there, and I mean you can really, really, really stand on it. Now, if you go against those concepts and teachings, they're even prophecies, then how can you be here? Hold on.
Hey, so they are really Satanists by default.
Miss Dove.
Okay, so Satan live by the doctrine.
Hi.
Okay, now I want to ask you something. I got two people up here. Miss Matt.
Sir, I want to say.
Hold on, Miss Matt. Tell me how your night's going, love.
It's going really good. It's going really good.
That's what I'm talking about. What were you going to say?
They are really Satanists. Satanists live by the doctrine of do as thou wilt. Not even.
I like that.
Do as thou wilt. Do whatever I want to do.
I like that.
And that's what it is. That's exactly what Satanists do.
That's why people stand firm on once saved, always saved.
Well, they don't really confess. They confess salvation, but the fact is they live by the I can do whatever I want to do with the consequences that I can maybe go into heaven. Don't realize it.
Right.
It's difficult to go to heaven. It's not an easy way to get there. It's a narrow way.
That's what the scripture says. Listen, Miss Matt, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that it is smarter for a woman to start looking for her husband when she is in her prime, when she is in her best years?
I say as young as she can. And a lot of our young women, they pass up those young men in high school.
Yes.
The one got out of high school.
Yes. They want the job. They don't want the computer programmer, the one everybody called the nerd, the one who we all knew was going to have a good life. They want that Negro that throws that football. They want that Negro that has who's popular. You know that's not going to work. So my question to you is this. Do you think it starts to get harder for a woman the older she gets on the dating highway?
Absolutely. And like I said to them before, when they keep talking about waiting, y'all still fucking. So what's the point?
100%.
Give it to him raw, Miss Smith.
Listen, Black
Give it
Dove,
to him raw.
I'm going to give you the platform. You said women get better as they age. Now I want you to lay your concept out. Because I can ask both of these women why they believe that women don't increase in value the older they get, and they'll lay it out to me. They'll tell you the things that they believe attribute to women losing their value. One of them already said your eggs start to, one of them already said that. Okay, so I want you to lay out your premise as to why women gain value the older they get.
Okay, I have 3 points. I'll try to be as concise as possible.
Please do. I'm going to give you the platform, though.
Thank you. Number 1, I already explained that women have an immature sense of what a good relationship is, and it takes dating real men and being in real life to understand that they are immature. That's why the more you date, the more value you have with dating a man. Number 2, you mentioned sex. I remember when I lost my virginity, I was 19 years old, and the first man that I was with sexually, I had no idea what I was doing. It took experience. If a man finds himself with me now, he's mine, and I will make him melt in 3 minutes tops, depending on my hole of choice. I learned that by being with other men and learning what feels good. Number 3, what I believe it was Summer, what she said about like the eggs and wilting and stuff. Ladies, if you're listening, when Prince talks about this, he ain't talking about giving you children. He's talking about his snot wad or however he mentions it. He's talking about sex. Okay? Like, no, whatever Summer said, that's not what men are talking about. They're not
men
evaluating
who are
it
serious about
based on if
relationship
you.
want to start their own families. Do you disagree with that?
I agree with that, but Prince, by the time a man is your age, he's not looking to start his own family. He's looking to get laid because
I want a child right now.
Men that were building when they were young so that they could afford
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Right now, I'm in a predicament to where I could bring a child into this world and I won't be as financially unstable as I was back then. It would be Christmas every day for this kid.
Correct.
And I respect that. All I'm saying, and you said that you would allow me to finish. I respect how you feel. All I'm saying is that when we're having this conversation, men are not evaluating your value based on this kids thing, as
So
Summer
basically,
said,
let me sum this up. When we say you increase in value as you get older, we're saying, so are you saying that the older women get, the more men want them? Is that what you're saying?
The more men should want them, whether you do
I
or
know
not. I
you
don't
can't
know,
speak
because
for
most
men.
men are immature.
We're talking about what's really happening right now in this world. Are you saying that the older women get, the more good quality, high value men want them?
And like I said, the more men should want them. My original statement was that the older women get, the more valuable they are. It's not really a complex topic.
Do you guys hear
The
what
older
she's saying?
women,
She's telling us how the world should be.
Let me get in this conversation.
Speak up, Miss Matt.
no, let me speak up because I really
Well,
wasn't.
I keep
I
telling
really
you,
wasn't done.
your
I
conversations
really
are
wasn't
usually long.
done.
Hold on. Now I'm going to let you
I don't
finish,
like
but
when
make
you
it
yell at
concise.
me.
Miss Matt, you're up next.
Okay, so y'all have all them dicks.
Hold on, Miss Matt. Hold on. You finish, Dove, because you know you're long-winded. Miss Matt, you're
I
up
know I'm
next.
long-winded, but I'm working on it, and I need you to at least
Sweetie,
acknowledge that.
I need you to go. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's not merely about what the world should be. I said the more women date and the older they get, the more valuable they are. Now, if you got a dummy who would rather take some pretty
Hold on, sweetie. Hold
fake
on. Do you mean
stone,
the more valuable they get to men? Because you know that's what we're talking about.
no, the more valuable they are to a healthy, good relationship.
It's
Whether
men
men
that
can see
matters,
that
whether
or
or not
not.
they're valuable to men. That's what we're talking
No,
about.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Well,
about
you can't
value
come up
for
here and change what we're
longevity.
talking about. I
But
asked you,
Prince,
do women gain more value, dating value, than men at the older they get? And you said yes.
They do. They get more value, whether men can see
Dating
it or not.
value.
They get more dating value, whether men can see it or not. Doesn't like
If men can't see it, it's not more dating value.
it
Dating
is
value
more
is men's attraction to you.
No, dating value is what will contribute to a healthy, happy, peaceful, long
Ma'am,
relationship.
you can be a perfect woman. And if a man doesn't see it, your dating value is not high.
No, that's not true. Because all of these men who do not understand what a good woman is, they're not able to like have and create and raise the next generation.
We don't have to understand
They're
it. We smell her. We
they're
hear how she
lonely.
talks. We can look at how she dresses. We know a good woman.
Let me
No,
say
I
Go
got a
ahead, Miss
video.
Matt.
I'll
Go
send
ahead.
it
Hold
to
on.
you.
Go ahead, Miss Matt.
Let me ask you. Let me first of all, let me say it from the standpoint of, would you want a cold beer that you only drunk out of? Or you want a cold beer that only drink?
Did you hear what she said though?
Not very clearly.
She said, would a man want a cold beer that only you have drank out of, or would you want a cold beer that a few people have already taken a sip of?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna acknowledge that because that analogy
You
is
see,
just
that's why she won't. She won't because there's only one response for it. That's why she won't.
no, that analogy is just you tell me to be respectful, but there's no
Dove,
respectful way to
stop
put it.
talking. You had 5 minutes to talk. Stop talking.
All right, friends, I'm not gonna let you be mean to me tonight.
Drop. You know I don't mind that. Miss Matt, I need you to speak up or something.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you good now. We can hear you good now.
This is the thing, though. The point is, the more dicks you have, the more your husband has to compete with them dicks.
Yes.
False.
She said false.
False. And
I say I'm not.
why doesn't anybody
Hey, Dove, she's not done talking. Dove, you got to stop this. I asked her to chill out while you were talking, and she did. Now you got to do the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. The more dicks you have, this is why y'all be cheating on y'all man.
Yes.
Because when you see Alex and you thought about how Alex had that pussy jumping, and you married the Doug.
Yes.
That's how that pussy jumping.
Hey, Miss Matt, married to who?
They want that old thing back.
She said Doug.
Doug can't please you because every time you have sex with Doug, you think about Alex. That is the truth.
That is a
because
fact.
whether you don't want to admit that or not, that pussy keep history. Y'all don't want to talk about that. See, tell these men whatever you want to tell them, but when I'm a woman, and I would rather have a brand new car than a used car.
Hey, Miss Matt came up here snapping.
It's not even true.
Dove, listen. Dove, I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to really, really like you, but if me and you were dating, could you imagine what our conversations would be like? If you don't believe, listen, here's what she's saying, Dove. If Jamal beat that thing up, I'm talking about show enough beat it up, had a patch of the back of your hair and was pulling you into him, you are hollering out for whatever God you believe in. It doesn't work with you and Dove. It doesn't work with you and Jamal. Now, you go over here to Cedric. Cedric likes to choke you from behind and beat that thing up and rub those boobs while he's going in and out. He knows what he's doing. By the time you get a hold to your husband, Doug he loves you and he pays the bills, all of that stuff. He likes to get on top of you missionary style and he likes to kiss. Sweetheart, what I'm trying to help you understand, after you have been done like that level of excitement, Doug simply will not do anymore.
No, that appetite can no longer be pleased. He can't please your appetite.
Do you agree with that, Dove?
No.
Tell us why. See, you're a woman. You should know this. Now tell us why.
I do know it. Which is why I
asked
find
you
it
to
hilarious.
tell us why you don't agree.
Look, I'm not.
Miss Matt, you know what that means? I can't tell you why I disagree.
You know I can tell you why. You know I can tell you why. You're just not going to let me talk. You're going to be really aggressive with me. And then whenever I speak, you're going to jump in to defend these. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Prince.
Miss Matt, I need you.
Whenever I
Miss Matt, we can
speak,
barely hear you.
I said I got a vagina. So you could tell these men all that bullshit. But I got a vagina. So you can lie to them.
Hey, Dub, I do. I really try to respect you. I really, really do. But if I can't hold an adult conversation with you, things we all know are facts.
they're not facts, Prince.
I asked you. You have the floor. I'm coming to you next, Summer. Listen to me. You can't get up here and talk. You have to substantiate your points. Now, Dub, you said you disagree with that scenario and concept. Sweetie, I'm asking you to lay it out to us how we're wrong. And if you lay it out correctly, I'm going to adopt your concept over Miss Metz because I'm a man of logic. I don't go with individuals. I go with the bar of logic. Now, I'm asking you to lay it out to us how what she said is wrong.
What she said is wrong for two reasons. One, the number one reason that I already said, the fact that with women, we're not naturally good at sex. It's much harder to make a woman come or have an orgasm, and it's something that we have to learn through practice. We have to learn how to please a man through practice, how to give head through practice, how to ride a man through practice. Like I said, the very first man that I rode, I had no idea what I was doing. But if I ride a man today, 4 bodies later, he's mine. That came through
What
experience.
about when he asked you how many partners you've had?
What about it? Like I
Do you
said,
think listen, the more partners you've had, do you think that is a plus to a man or a negative?
I think it depends on the man that you're talking to. If you're talking to
This girl is clinically crazy.
Right.
If you're talking to a mature, no, I'm not that crazy. And here's the thing.
Look, she said that crazy. I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy. I'm a
I
little crazy.
appreciate
But I
that.
do want to
It's
say
actually kind of sexy.
to whoever said, "Oh, I got a vagina, you can't lie to me," baby, I'm not lying to you. Prince is lying to you, pretending like he don't want you to get on top of that thing and know what you're doing.
This is the thing, though. You know, the thing about it, though, this is why they get divorced and they meet their husbands because I'm not happy. Because
Thank you.
Women base their
I was going there.
they base on their happiness based on whether or not this man can please me or not. So when they say not happy, meaning you ain't beating this pussy up good enough to make me happy and make me calm. So this is why, and I don't care what she says. When you have multiple partners, you create a sexual appetite that no man can fulfill.
Listen, they have a study. I'm coming to you now, Summer. They have a studies. Dove, listen to me. This is not me. This is not Miss Met. This is not Summer. Look this up, sweetie. Studies show that past 10 sexual partners, right? Past 10 sexual partners, out of 100, a woman's ability to get married in a long-lasting relationship decreases from 100% all the way down to 20, sweetie. I think it's 10, but I'm going to say 20 just to be sure. Now, that's a problem. That correlates directly to excess sex. Summer.
Yes.
Talk to me. What are your thoughts?
Men, they work their asses off to make sure that their families are happy. Women leave their damn homes because they're unhappy. We already know that. And we know that 80% of all of these divorces are filed by these women who are unhappy. And like she said, the more pain you take on, you're going to be worried about the old thing that you had, and you're never satisfied. Why can't your husband teach you how to do all of these different things? Because what the old man, what you had, the ex that you had, he don't like the way you did it. And then you get this new man, he don't like that shit that the old man did.
Right.
So now you got to do it his way.
Right.
So why does it take all of this damn practice to do something that you can learn on the job?
I want you to get what she just said. Let's say that your husband now, he's 6 foot. No, he's 5'11". He's built different. All of the other guys you've had sex with, what you learned from them, it doesn't work for him. This guy is 5'8". He needs it his way. He's going to instruct you, no, baby, I like it when you do this. Do you understand that, Dove? So why can't you get married to one man and allow your sexual appetite to be crafted around him and who he is? Listen, they have reported this. There's 3 instances that I know of. One of them was 947,000. One of them was 1 million. But the one I know about the most was $3.3 million for a girl's virginity. Do you believe a girl's virginity, or basically the less X a woman has, the more valuable she is? Do you believe that, Dove?
I don't believe that. I've said
So
that
hold
all
on.
night.
So why are men paying millions of dollars for a woman's virginity?
Because men like the idea of having something that no one else has had.
Are
In
you listening to yourself?
I'm hearing, see, look.
Cause the man, the brand new car is more valuable than that high mileage shit.
No, it's not.
She said, no,
No,
it's not.
It's not, because let
Hold
me
on.
tell
So
you,
you're telling me a used car on a used car lot is just as valuable as a car on the showroom floor? That's what you're saying.
if that used car is going to give you
This
100,000
girl
more
is crazy.
miles,
You gonna put me,
Prince, no, I want to talk. No, whoever, I want to talk. Let
Go
me
ahead,
talk.
sweetie.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
scared. Okay,
Well,
thank
hold on.
you.
I interrupted Summer. Summer, were you done?
Oh, I'm just gonna let Miss Met just go right on ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Dove. Go ahead, Dove.
Miss who?
She's talking about Miss. Hey, stop it. Now, go ahead and finish what you had to say. You're looking for trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble. Trouble
She
comes
said
looking for
Miss Met.
me.
Miss Met is right there. What do you need to know about what she said? She said, I'm gonna let
I
Miss
needed
Met
to
go.
know who she was addressing.
Miss
That's not your
Met.
Stick to the topic.
How to show online, people.
Look, don't, like I said, wherever you want to take it, I'm already there. Be careful with your words, because I will
I
always
don't have to be
respond.
careful with shit.
You do
I'm gonna
need to be
stand on
careful with
mine.
your words. Yeah,
No, you
you
the
sure
one
do.
you the one who feels attacked
Be
every time somebody
careful.
speaks the damn truth.
Be careful.
You need to be sitting on
Ooh, you
somebody's
sound
mother's
mad. You
couch.
sound riled up.
So
I
so
like
you
it.
can deal with the reality of what's going on around you.
always the one with all that, always ones with all that proper speaking, and they not living.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Trying to show
My
up.
speaking is
Pillow
so
talking
proper.
head
Don't you love it? Don't you
orange.
like it?
All that proper
You wish you
Custom
sounded
made
like me?
TV.
Ooh, Prince, they're mad. I like
Oh
it.
no, baby, this is our
I
regular
sleep
voice.
better the angrier you
When I'm
get.
mad, you know I'm mad.
We're not
Ooh.
angry. We're just letting you know. This is our
Ooh.
these are our regular voices.
I'm mad. I'm just clowning your ass right now.
Ooh, they're talking
Listen,
over
Dub, I'm gonna
each
be
other
honest
at the
with you.
same
These women have been
time.
doing this for a very long time. I've been up here for 3 years myself. They kind of know what they're talking about. And
They
they're not just
don't. They
up here
don't sound like
speaking.
they
I'm
know.
telling you
They
this.
don't sound like they do. They don't sound like they do. They don't. They don't sound like they know what they're
So
talking
you
about,
sound
because
like you know what you.
anyone.
So basically, they have it wrong. I have it wrong, but you have it right.
Oh, they have it wrong. You're saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying is right, and I just
Well,
have it
maybe I
right.
talk in a softer voice and let you know it like this, so you don't feel attacked.
What was that?
Nothing.
I can't hear her. I'm not even
Dub,
trying to
you
be
should
petty.
listen, sweetie. You shouldn't want people to see you like this. I'm being honest with you.
I can't hear her. What did she
I
say?
said you shouldn't want people to see you in this light. This is bad, bad, bad. If you really believe that men find women who have been around the block profusely more attractive, sweetheart, you really need you don't need to be on so you need to listen respectfully, very respectfully. Leave social media alone and get serious about finding the therapist that works for you. Because you don't even
I
want
couldn't hear
people to
what
hear
she
you
was
talking like
saying.
this. Don't worry about what she's saying. I'm telling you that this thing is bigger than you just sitting on social media saying crazy things.
I
This stuff
didn't
that
say
you're saying
anything
is crazy.
I didn't say
Listen, hold
anything
on. So
crazy.
let's do it like this. Since you believe what you say, when do you plan on having kids?
That's not relevant to what we were talking about.
Better watch your mouth how you talking to me. I've told you this before. You don't tell me what's relevant up here.
It wasn't relevant. I didn't say anything disrespectful to you. It wasn't relevant.
You don't tell me what's relevant up here. Are you crazy, girl?
Yes.
It wasn't relevant.
You have a son.
You know,
If you have a son right now, would you want him to be with a virgin or a woman who has had 40 partners?
I would want my son to be with whoever made him happy, sexually, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
It's a good thing you don't have kids, sweetie. It's a really good thing.
No, it's not, because
Wow.
that's a crazy response to me saying I would want my son to
I
be with
asked you
whoever
a
makes him
direct
happy.
question. Would you want your son
And I
to be with a
answered.
woman? Miss Matt, would you want your son, if you had the options, both of them had identical characteristics, they looked very close in similarities, they both had the exact same job, they're both the same height, but one of them had 40 bodies and one of them was a virgin. Which one would you want your...
You better not bring that trick home to my house.
And this is why...
Let me just say this too. This is why when they have a baby from their husband, their baby still like their ex-boyfriend because that semen's still up in their womb.
Yep. It is.
The baby
And
come
this
out
is
like
why
the
the
semen
proper
change.
church lady gets cheated on.
This is why the baby look like the ex-boyfriend because that all that sperm is still up in your womb. Don't look nothing like your man because you got all that damn sperm up in all the partners you done been with.
Listen, let me ask you this. Do you believe what she just said? That you can have multiple men's sperm inside of you?
I believe what you just said. I don't think that's what she just said, but yeah, you can have multiple. Yeah, she's not making any sense. You're going to defend her, but she's not making any sense. But with what you just said, yeah, you can have multiple men's sperm inside you
It's
at one
what she
time.
said.
That's not what she said. She's not making any sense.
If fetal cells stay in your brain at least 18 years, if you have children by multiple fathers, that means you have another man's semen in your head. It's in your body.
Behind your eyes and everything.
That's what I said. She's so smart and educated.
I'm so smart and educated, yeah.
That is why the children come out looking like the ex-man. Don't look nothing like the husband.
Exactly.
That's because that man semen that she done jazzed all up in her. That's why.
Listen, Dove, I got to ask you. Name something that any of these women have said that you can kind of see a point in. Is there anything at all?
That I can?
That you can see some type of logic in?
Oh, I got to think about that. They're not
I
really
just want to
making a
know,
lot
do
of
you
sense
really
tonight.
believe the three of us are wrong and you're right? Even the
I
people
don't
in the
think the three
comments
of you.
on YouTube and on, like, do you really believe that?
I don't think that the three of you are wrong. I think that they are wrong. And this is why women like them get cheated on. And I think that, Prince, you're just doing your job.
My husband wouldn't cheat on
You're
you.
putting on a show.
He would not cheat with
But
no whore for nothing. Because y'all
women like Prince, come on, defend me. Tell her to stop interrupting me. I'm trying to talk.
What are you saying?
Prince, help. If that were me, you would have
I
stopped
didn't
me
hear
by
what you,
now.
I'm sorry, I
Stop
didn't hear what
her.
you were saying.
Oh, you want him to throw you a raft?
I was
What were you
talking
saying?
and she
Tell me what you were
interrupted
saying.
me.
Tell me what you were saying.
I was saying, I was answering your question about whether the three of you are wrong and whether I can see where you're wrong. She interrupted me. I need your help. Please defend me.
She's already
Stop her.
stopped talking.
Now, finally.
Okay, sweetie, give me your point. Talk to me.
I'm just saying, like, and even
Tell
the
me,
guys in
here's
your
a better
account-
question. Tell me why you desire to be like this. You're clearly just arguing. We're pulling,
I'm not
these are
just
facts that we're
arguing.
talking about.
They're not facts. Those women are wrong. I'm not just arguing. You can call me crazy 100 times. If I say that the sky is red 100 times, it's not going to make the sky red. The sky is still blue. What I'm saying is the truth. You can tell me X, Y, Z 1,000 times. I got the
Sky is
stamina.
actually not blue. It's just reflection.
Okay, so the sky is just reflection. You can tell me the opposite 1,000 times. It's not going to change reality. And that's
Jag, Maddie.
Go and Google what we said and come back to us and let us know what
What
you
you said, I don't know your name because when I asked it, Prince said I was being disrespectful, but what you said specifically is so far off the mark. Like, girl, what? A sperm lives, I think, like
actually
7
know.
days.
Hold on,
Not
everybody.
even
Like,
Hold on,
7 days.
everybody. Hold on. Lord Commander in this situation with the super chat. Now, I want to see if you agree with this. The more bodies, the higher the likelihood. This goes along with what Miss Met said. Now, listen to what this man said. The more bodies, the higher the likelihood their husband won't be their best, and they long for the guy that hit it just right. Do you disagree with that?
no, not entirely.
It's
No.
what she said.
No, that's not what she said. I listened very
It's
clearly
what
and
she said.
that's not what she said. That's not what she said. She was entire. Stop interrupting me, Prince. Help. Help. She's
Okay,
interrupting me.
Miss Matt,
Help.
hold on. Let's let
Stop
her
it.
go. Go
He
ahead, Dove.
paraphrased
Go ahead,
exactly
Dove.
what she said. What are you talking about?
Go ahead, Dove.
That's not what she said.
Tell me what
What
she
this
said.
man
Tell me what
just
she said.
What I understood her to say is that the more bodies you have, the less valuable you are to men because your last partner won't be as good as your husband. And
You
because
don't
of
believe
that,
that's what he just said?
no. And I want to
Well,
finish.
that's a given.
And because of that Jezebel spirit, you'll always be comparing your husband to him and you won't be able to even help yourself to go and become a whore. Like what she said was just crazy. What this man said is that the more bodies you have, the less likely your husband. I agree with that because you're more likely to marry an at like a well-rounded guy, who doesn't have to solely be good at sex. He's just a well-rounded guy. He may be well-read. He
Why
may
are you
have,
asking
an educate.
yourself
I
Jesus Christ? That, that's not
Dove,
what
I
he
do want to
said.
ask you again, though. Sweetie, why do you want to disagree? Because it's clear that you desire to. Tell me.
I don't want to disagree.
So
It's not
you're
my
saying
fault
what
that
you're hearing up here
it's not
does
my
not meet the bar of logic. Is that what you're saying?
exactly. I don't want to disagree. I'm a very peaceful girl. It's not my fault that I've got two people on here spitting things that are absolutely wrong.
Okay, hold on. I need you to stop right now. BOA,
Hello.
tell me how your night is going.
Going well. How are you?
You know my life is amazing. I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you believe that a woman's value increases in the eyes of men the more actual partners she's had?
No.
Sweetie, I
Thank
gotta
you.
ask you. There's 3 women up here now, and you believe all 4 of us having this thing wrong.
I
None of
believe
them
that all
How does
three
stuttered.
of
that
those
make
When
women,
I asked them, none of them stuttered.
how does that make
I
sense
didn't
though?
stutter either.
You have
Hold
more
on, hold
partners.
on. I'm going to let her have. BOA, I need you to substantiate what you were saying.
I don't understand why so if you have more sexual partners, why would your value increase? That's more people that have dealt with you that you have dealt with that you have now downloaded like things from like why would your value increase
And
because you
men
have
are territorial. That's why, listen, have you ever noticed when men are in a bed, whose is it? Whose is it? We mean that. We desire that to be ours. We desire that you tell, am I
She
the
just
best you've ever
gaslighting.
had? We
She's
desire that we're the
gaslighting.
best that you've ever had. We desire that you're the only one, that we're the only one you've had. Do you disagree with that, Crow? Talk to me, Crow.
Not That's Black Crow, sir. I
Okay, I'm
think I can
sorry, Black
answer.
Crow. Hold on. Give me a second. Lord Commander in this situation, keeping the show going. Being well
I think
read doesn't make the box thump, though. Dove.
I think I can bring all of this to a resolution by asking you, the Stacy Prince, a very straightforward question. Are
Talk
you
to me.
willing to answer it? My question to you is, if you've got, I lost my virginity at 19, so let's put it at 19. If you've got a 19-year-old who gives top and she doesn't even put her lips around it because she has no idea what she's doing, and you've got a 30-year-old with 5 bodies. Oh, the 19-year-old is a virgin, my bad. And you've got a 30-year-old with 5 bodies who knows to put her lips around it and make that tongue swirl on the tip. Which one would you want to give you top?
I want the virgin for a various of
Okay.
reasons.
Okay. Well, that's different. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I
Her
thought that most men like good head.
overall value, she's gonna make me feel good. Listen, when I get around my homeboys and they start listen, here's what you don't know about men.
And she's gonna learn how to do it for you personally.
For me.
Yes.
Listen. When my homeboy, hold on, Duff. When my guys, here's something that you don't know. You know what's shout out to Biggs in this situation with the Cash App. My brother always supporting the show. You guys, we have to meet our $50 threshold, people, tonight. We got to do better than the forklift driver. Listen, here's something you don't know. The approval of our peers is very important to men. It increases our status. When we are said to be in a relationship, our brothers are going to be like, yeah, you say her hair is real? Her body's nice? Listen, I don't care how many compliments. Dub, do you know what question is going to come up eventually? You can come tell us, oh, bro, man, she just beautiful. Okay. Oh, bro, her hair is real. Okay, I see what you're saying. Bro, she's soft-spoken and she feminine. Okay. Do you know what question? We don't want to hear that. We really want to ask you. We ain't going to interrupt you, but we really want to ask you the question we want to ask you. How many kids does she have? Dove, that's the same as body count almost.
Hey, Stacey.
Hold on. I want to get her feedback on it. What do you think about that, Dove?
I don't think
I'm telling you it's important.
No, I don't think that they're the same. I don't think that kids are the same as body count. But
No, I said it's almost the same. I said it's almost the same. I know it's not the exact same. Kids are worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
So do you think that I would gain favor in the eyes of my guys if I told them that my girl had a 40-man body count?
Why would you tell that to your guys? Why are you more
If
loyal
it's the
to
truth,
your
it's the
guys?
truth. I'm saying if it is
No,
true.
why are you?
Go ahead,
No,
Miss
why are
Matt.
you?
She's not going to cooperate.
All right, whatever.
Hold on. Who was that? Miss Matt? Go ahead.
Yeah, so can y'all hear me okay? I want to make sure so y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you now.
My question is, fellas, if you had intimate with a woman and she's doing things to you nobody's done to you, the first thing you're going to think about, why she doing it? Where did she learn this shit from?
That is real. That is real.
How many times she's done this? Now they're gonna enjoy it, but the first thing they're gonna ask, who taught her this shit? First of all, how many other guys she's done like this?
She know how to do it like this and spit on it while she kissing it.
And she back there eating the booty crumbs and everything. She's gonna enjoy it, but the first
she
thing
been down through there.
Yeah, the first thing he's gonna think of when I get through getting this nut, I know I'm gonna be done with her.
Yep.
I want to marry her.
That's a fact.
Am I lying?
That's a fact.
Okay.
But women think sex is like means that the guys want them. I think they confuse like just a sex partner with somebody they want to marry. That's why they feel like because the man will maybe sleep with them and have a girlfriend or what, that means he likes her.
100%.
And it's not the case.
How many other people she done this with? You swat
right.
If she's swallowing the dick, man, who taught her this?
Listen, I'm telling you now, I've had multiple of those instances where I was really feeling a chick, but when she ravishes me in the bed, I'm in my head, she's a hoe.
Many don't realize that men separate love and sex, and those of us that are real, I mean, he might enjoy the sex, but if he gonna cheat, where is that? Men cheat with their money. We know that.
Women like that don't understand because they have so many partners. baby, y'all will never appreciate the art of making love.
Mm-hmm.
Because you experience so much of this just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like LL Cool J, y'all will never experience what it's like to make love to a man. Never.
Listen, Dub, I gotta ask you this. Do you agree with anything that you've heard?
No, these women sound delusional, but I'm
Hey,
just
listen,
listening.
she said y'all sound delusional.
Look,
I'm just listening.
okay.
I'm just listening because, like,
You know why I'm
I
delusional?
asked
You
you.
know why I brought that up,
Yeah,
Stacey?
you guys are
Hold on, stop,
delusional, and
Dub. I asked them to chill out while you
all
were
right.
talking. You do the same.
You know why I brought that up, Stacey? She up here with this witchcraft talk about her pussy gonna do something out on the spell and all that. You not gonna impress no man with your pussy witch spelling pussy. He gonna be saying,
I
"What
can
did you
impress a
call
man. I
it?"
can impress your man. Like,
I impress
girl.
my head. So you think that's all I'm telling y'all
The
like to
man will
use
sleep with you, but then not
y'all like
marrying you. That's not love.
I
y'all
will
like
make your
to
man
use
want to marry me.
you think
Okay.
that's
Hold on,
because
stop. Hold on, everybody, stop. You said you could make her man want to marry you?
oh please
Absolutely.
So
They
how
sound
come you haven't been
delusional.
able to do that with another man?
I already explained to you that I have. I already explained to you that I've only had
You're
2
married?
boyfriends and both of them wanted to marry me. One of them asked me to enter a marriage pact
One of them
where
was
if I'm
also
not,
highly abusive and wouldn't even let you leave the relationship. So that doesn't
and
count.
one of them was, yeah, wanted to marry me, and
It
one of them
doesn't
was
matter.
not.
That's not a pro that you
I
can.
answered the
Hold on, guys.
question.
Hold on. That's not a good
I'm
thing
not
that
going
you
to
can
sit
get a
here and get bullied
psychopath
by
to
all
marry
3 of
you.
you.
You think it's
I've
a
had
compliment
2
you can get a psychopath
boyfriends.
to marry you?
I've had 2 boyfriends. One was a great guy, one wasn't. My odds are not bad.
They are
But
bad.
like
You've and through listen, in
I've
your
had 2
lifetime, you've
boyfriends.
only been able to get one man to say, not do, but say he wanted to marry you.
No, I said both of them wanted to
The one
marry
was a
me, and the great.
psychopath. He doesn't count. He wouldn't even let you
Still
leave
not
the
married.
relationship.
Still didn't get the ring.
Okay, so 1 out of 1 wanted to marry me. The psychopath doesn't count. And that one, that good one, he asked me to enter a marriage pact. He said, if you're not married in the next 5 years, will you marry
Dub, do
me?
you know why I
A
would deal with
marriage
you?
pact? I
Hold
thought
on,
you meant
guys. Hold
an
on. BOA, hold
engagement.
on. I'm going to tell you the Xiest thing about you to me. I know you haven't had many partners. In my head, I'm thinking about what I blow that thing out. Right? That is high value.
And that's
You
why you're a
can't really
hypocrite.
believe that the more actual partners a person has had, the more men are attracted. Do you really believe that?
She put blood in that spaghetti.
I was thinking it.
You
I
say,
promise.
listen, burying
I
drawers in the
was.
backyard. She got some Negroes drawers buried in the backyard.
Putting pictures in Ziploc bags with some hair.
Yep. Keep talking all that mess, and this is why your man cheats on you.
They're
You're
married
talking
though.
to
It
a
don't matter
woman.
if they have a man.
Their man
That's
cheats on them, and they're
listen.
not
Listen. If he
happy.
does, listen. I teach this. As long as that man is committed to seeing them through to the end of life, cheating is not even a big thing. Long as he never brings any kids, long as he never brings anything back, they have someone to where whatever happens to them, he is going to be right there. Do you have any clue the value of that? It's like being assigned by God Almighty, a bodyguard who is going to be with you for the rest of your life. What can compete with that?
You don't know what it's like to be a woman. You're talking about kids and bringing stuff back. How about the fact that your man can be laid up next to you at night, but if another woman calls, he gonna tell you to be quiet and leave him the F alone.
How about
That's
that doesn't have to be
damaging
the
to a man.
scenario?
Never happened.
That
How
is
about the
usually
fact that
the
maybe he stepped
scenario.
out before and didn't again? How about that?
No, I said what I said, and
In your
look,
scenario, doesn't have to be the one that works.
I said what I said,
Okay, I
and
don't care.
there's
Hold
no
on.
amount. Yeah,
Shout
you
out
don't
to my
care. So
brother
why am I
Lord
even talking?
Commander over here in this situation with the
I'm
super
done
chat.
talking. You clearly don't care about what I have to say,
My
so
brother said high numbers
let the 2
tells
other
me
women
something.
talk.
Hey, stop it. My brother said high numbers tell me something about your mindset. Why are you getting smashed and not wifed? Why are you getting smashed and not wifed up? Has to be something off mentally. I mean, you kind of can't get around that. You can't really get around that. Let me see. Somebody else had
Let me say this too.
Hold on. Shout out to my brother Eric Sanders in this situation supporting the show. I appreciate my people.
You know, too, why a lot of them can't keep no man because that pussy stank.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Because it's the caliber of woman. It's the caliber of woman. The certain caliber of woman is going to have a smell. And you can tell by her mentality.
Look at K. Michelle.
Do you want her?
They did. Stacey,
Do you want her?
Can't keep no man.
She's agreed with
Stop
everything you've said. Do you want her?
Hold on, people. Hold on. Let me take care of this real quick. Go ahead.
They did a poll on what?
They did a poll and they asked men, what is the number one reason why you smashed a woman that you liked and didn't like call her back or continue to pursue her? And the number one response was a smell down there.
Nick Cannon went on TV. And said the majority. Now you know what type of women he's dealing with. He said the majority of them have a smell.
Take whole baths. They don't take baths. They take whole.
Their nails are too long to even properly wash down there.
I was gonna say them Dracula nails.
They haven't been taught properly how to wash. They take care of themselves.
They don't know how.
Or they're more interested in hurried up and making it across town to that boy's house to get that sex than they are about taking care of themselves.
They take whole baths.
Their diet is trash.
They don't go to the doctor like they're supposed to every year.
Don't drink water. Don't eat fruit. I mean, I hadn't seen a vegetable.
We talking about that yeast infection type thing.
And their breath stink. So, hey,
white cone.
Lord Commander been setting it off with the super chats. Let me read this one. There are simps that are okay with sloppy seconds that would wife up a high body count chick. Simps are so sex starved that they'll take anything. They're all making OnlyFans chicks. These are facts. And see, I think that's what she has in her head. She understands that there are men but those men aren't the type of men that most women desire. A real woman, she can't deal with a man she can run over with. Now, I'm going to ask all three women up here, would you desire a man you can run over?
Oh, hell no.
No.
But that's the only man who's going to deal with a woman with a high body count.
That means the kids can run over him. No,
yes,
no.
They're going to run over him. Now you're going to increase the woman's job because the man's job is supposed... Ain't you hear what your mama said? Yeah. That's when the fear of God is going to strike in him. But if he can be ran over by the woman and the kids, man, you just doubling up the woman's work is what you're doing, to be honest. Dove.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you again, why do you desire to disagree? Because there's nothing but logical information coming out. Now, if you don't agree with like 60%, I can receive that. But you're saying you don't agree with nothing?
Nothing from these women. Bring up somebody who can say something logical and I'll agree. I've agreed with you many times. Bring up somebody who can say something logical. These women are delusional.
I am a man and I'm telling you what I desire. Why won't you accept that?
Because
one
you're
of the main attractive
lying.
Components about you is I know that your body count is not high. You don't receive that from a man? You can't tell me what men like. I'm telling you what men like. You are a handful. You are a handful. But the low body count is very exy. Like, I don't understand why. And I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A man will pass you up even with a low body count because the fact that you don't get this is a turnoff. This is simple. Men have paid $3.2 million for a girl's virginity, but you don't see them spending that type of money on a well-experienced woman. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
I'm going to help you on this show eventually.
No, Prince, you're not going to help me. You're not going to help me because you've got
right. You're probably right.
Now 3 delusional women up here and like you're defending this stuff that you in
Delusional
reality,
women.
Denial is a
don't
real
interrupt
drug.
me. Prince, help, help, help. She's interrupting me.
Okay, you have the floor.
Thank you. You heard that? I have the floor. So you have now 3 delusional women up here
I agree with you. You're right.
who are like saying all of these things, and you're agreeing with them as if it's true. And what you said earlier told me everything that I need to know. Prince, you sitting up here telling me earlier that you would prefer to be with a woman who won't even put her lips around it
I don't
just
care
because
if
she
she has a
has.
low body
You
count.
do care.
I'm gonna
I'm
handle
a
that. I'm gonna
woman.
tell her what I like.
No, that's just a lie. Prince, I have brothers. I have brothers, and I'm the youngest.
And they've told you
And
what they like about blowjobs.
I'm not
I hope
that
y'all
detailed,
haven't
but
had this conversation.
not that detailed, but I
Never
do have
mind.
a
I
brother
think
who,
we're going somewhere I don't want to go. I
see?
don't even want
All
to know
right.
any. Just go to somewhere else. I don't want to hear about that type of stuff.
Asking the man to ask you to
I
marry him.
have brothers. I'm the youngest, and my brother, one of my elder brothers, is dealing right now with a woman who he was very crazy about, younger than him by like 10 or so years, low body count, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him, how is it going? And he told me that he's struggling right now because although she sounds good in theory and in principle, she's very boring in bed. She has no idea what she's doing. And he was asking me for advice. He was really conflicted.
I don't
And
want to
he
hear about
said,
that type of stuff. That's strange to me. Just please, I don't want to hear about that. Like,
Because he's just interested in one thing.
give me a second. Shout out to my brother
no,
Mike checking this situation with the super chat. My brother, majority of women have raptor claws and and wipe from back to front.
and this is why women like me choose to be alone. And this is why women like the 3 women on here get cheated on
Be alone.
because
You have
men
no choice.
are delusional.
You
And instead of uniting,
have no choice
I'm speaking,
but
Prince,
to be
help,
alone.
help,
We
help,
don't
help,
care
help,
about you,
help, help.
Mimi.
They're interrupting me.
Hold
Please
on,
stop
everybody.
them.
Hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Miss Met after this, then I'm going to BOA, then I'm going to Summer. Go ahead, Black Crow. I like that better.
Yeah, I like it too. It's nice. It's sexy.
I said go, girl.
So, yeah, this is why women like me choose to be alone and why women like the women on your panel
Why would
get
you
cheated
choose to be
on.
alone if you have all of the elements and components to be able to please a man and not go through any bullcrap with him if your information is accurate?
No, I didn't say not go through any bull crap. Look at
But
you
I'm
right
saying
now.
if
Here
your
I'm.
information is right and their information is wrong, surely you can secure a man and not go through the bullcrap that would prevent you from not wanting to be in a relationship. If your
Prince,
information and your lifestyle is accurate, then that means you could secure a man and not go through the bull crap that you said causes you to not want to be in a relationship. Right? So
yes,
something's
right.
wrong. Something's wrong with either your information or something. Because you should be able to obtain a man who you're not going to have to experience all of the bull crap that makes a woman not desire to be in a relationship, which you said that's where you're at right now.
Yes, I do think that I can obtain that man. I do think that those men are very rare. For example, you're a perfectly attractive man, but you would put me through bull crap. Here you are trying to gaslight me into convincing me that you would rather be with the type of 3 women that are on this chat screaming stuff to you that you know that you don't want.
Why are you telling me
And
what I want?
you're
I'm telling
making
you, the
me
fact that
talk
I
until
know you
I'm blue
haven't
in
had
the
many
face.
actual partners is probably the most attractive. Now, why are you
Yeah,
telling me
that's
that that's
another
not the
part.
case?
That's another part of it. You're making me talk until I'm blue in the face. You have all these ideas about what is, a woman's sexual value. But when I tell you, oh, I learned how to be good in bed from having, 5 partners,
Okay, what after we get out of the
Then
bedroom? Can we have a conversation? To hell with the
yes, we
bedroom.
can.
That's 45
But
minutes.
you're exhausting is the point that I was trying to make. That's why women would rather be alone, because I'm good in the bedroom, I have a low body count, I'm intellectual, and I still have to argue with you, and you will still defend my
Sweetie, you
enemy.
really
I would
believe you're
rather be
intellectual?
alone.
You really believe that?
I am intellectual, and that's exactly why a lot of your supporters don't understand what I be talking about.
Okay. Hold on. BOA.
Hello.
What are your thoughts on that? Everything?
I half don't even believe that she's for real.
I want to not believe.
Like, I don't think she's and she's think and then the whole thought of, oh, that's why I choose to be. You didn't choose to be alone. If you had a choice, you would not be alone. But the men don't want to marry. Sex doesn't mean a man loves you and wants to be with you and marry and prefers you over the three women up here. Like, I don't understand.
Hilarious. Yes, they do, and they prefer me over you.
But I got the ring.
Are
Oh. Now, what do you have to say about that, Dove? Or did you hear what she said?
about
She said I already got the ring.
yeah, she got the ring probably because she settled and is a dummy,
Oh my
clearly.
gosh. So basically you have something for everything, basically.
It's not my fault that these women are illogical and delusional.
Okay,
Like,
but we're
I could have a
illogical and
ring.
delusional, but we have, but you had what did you say? Arrangement. He told you if whatever. Why didn't you get one? You're so special. Your vagina is like gold. Like, you're better than us. We're delusional. Why did they choose our delusional
Yeah,
selves over
it's
you?
really good.
You know what I
Well, then,
think, Dove? You know what? Listen, Dove, you know what I think? I think you need me
can
in
I
your
answer
life.
her
I
question?
think you need me in your life. You wouldn't be able to move how you move. You wouldn't be able to do this stuff.
The thing is, she can't even
Can I
argue.
answer her? Can I answer her question
Hold
before
on,
she
Miss Matt.
moves on to this like long point?
I mean, I don't have nothing
With
really
the,
to. I'm just shocked. It's, the things you're saying
No,
is
she was
like,
talking about Miss Matt.
oh,
Or
okay.
who are you talking
no,
about?
I was talking about BOA. She asked
Okay.
me a question about why I don't have a ring in this
No, I'm
marriage
saying
pact.
if you say we're
Can I
delusional,
answer it?
yeah, go ahead.
One, I don't have a ring from the marriage pact because it hasn't expired. It expires in 2 years. I don't know if
Well,
you
why is
can
somebody giving you a pact that has
process that, but if you can, that's the reason why I don't have that ring. The second boyfriend I had, I don't have that ring because I left him because I'm not willing to be with a guy
why
like
is
him.
somebody giving you a
Just,
pact
I'm
the
talking
ring?
Prince.
Okay, sorry.
Go.
I'm not willing to have a ring with a loser just for the sake of having a
Well, why
ring.
were you
But
dating?
why is it
Why were
only
you
a
Hold on.
loser
Why were you dating a
trying to
loser?
marry you?
Tell me why you were dating a loser.
Yeah, you're
I didn't
so
know
gold.
I didn't
Answer
know he
me.
was a loser. I'm trying. Oh my God. I'm
So you
trying to
don't know
let
how
you
to
guys
vet
Hold
men. You
on,
finish.
don't know.
BOA. Hold on, BOA. Answer me.
I did not know he was a loser when I started dating him. I got played. So
Would
you
you
guys like
tell
to
us
say
how
I'm
you tell us how intellectual you are? How did you get
You were
played?
so smart.
Yeah, I thought you were
I thought you were so
gold and you knew
smart.
everything. Why?
Yeah, and
Why is a loser won't even give you a ring?
we're
He's a loser.
delusional, but you're so intellectual that you got
I
played by a
I
loser.
just said that this man was trying to give me a ring and I didn't settle, and she said a
Why
loser
is
won't
he
even give you a
trying?
ring.
Why
You
is it
see
only
how
a
smart this
loser
woman
trying to
is?
give you a ring? Why
She
is it a
can't even
loser
follow a
trying?
basic conversation. I just
I
said
don't
that
get
this
why a
man was
loser
trying
is
to give
giving
me
you
a
a
ring.
trying to. He's not
And this
even
is why I
really
don't
giving you
even
a
take
ring.
their conversation
Hold
seriously.
on. Say
We don't
what were
take
you?
you
Hold on. Hold
serious.
on. What were you saying, Duh?
I said, this is why I don't even take their conversation seriously. I just painted a picture about how this man was trying to give me a ring, but I didn't settle for him.
But
Trying
listen,
And
you're
to. He's a
trying. I
why
think you're
didn't he
loser.
try
trying.
to give me
Hold
a
on,
ring?
guys.
That's
I think you're
illogical.
trying
She's
to
a
miss the
joke.
point on purpose. Why were you even messing with a loser if you are as
I just
intellectual as you
said,
say? You
I
should,
just
if
said
you're as
because I didn't know
intellectually,
he was.
if you're as intellectually accurate as you claim to be, then you should have beat him to the punch before his manipulation even got off.
No, because I am an intellectual in like logical things and
Oh
but
my
I
God. Why is a loser?
Prince,
Why is there only losers and abusers trying to give
Prince,
you
why are
right?
you not defending me right now and letting these women speak over
Because
me?
that's
Can you
not
stop
his
that?
Because, sweetie, you're not making sense. You're
He's a
not making
mediator.
Well,
sense.
then I'm not
One
going to
minute
keep
you tell us
talking.
that
I'm
you're
not going to keep
intellectual,
talking.
and then
Nope,
the
I'm
next
talking to
minute
a
you
dead
get
wall.
played by a loser.
Prince, let me say
I'm
something.
not going to
Smart
keep
people
talking unless I can
don't
actually say
know
what I
how.
have to say. I've been
Smart,
there, done that with
smart
you in this
people,
show. I'm not going to keep doing it. So, like, you
smart
can either
people do
stop them
not
from
have
talking
to.
over me or
Smart
you can let
people
me
do
answer
not
the
have to keep
question. That's it. That's
emphasizing
all
how
I have to
smart they
say.
are. Smart people do not have to keep talking about how smart they are. I want to make one more point, Prince.
I
You
need to
brought
hold
up
on,
how
Miss Matt.
smart I
Something you
am.
muffled up, Miss Matt.
Okay, can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Can you hear
got
me?
you.
You brought
So
up how smart I am. I
smart
didn't bring that
people
up.
are
You brought it
talking
up.
right now. I've listened to you talk. I'm talking to Stacy. Smart people do not have to announce how smart they are, intellectual they are.
You
Okay.
announced.
Another point, Stacy, I want to make. Intellectual people can argue their point with facts. She hasn't argued anything about anything and against what we said that makes any sense.
I agree. That's kind of crazy to me, too. It's kind of crazy to me. Hold on. Lord Commander in this situation with the super chat.
You brought it up. He
Oh,
muted me,
stop.
but
My
you
brother
brought it
said,
up.
read my next comment because super chat keeps blocking me. Where is it at, Lord? Oh, there he is. My brother supporting the show. She is the type that wants all women to be loose, so then men only have 304s to choose from. Their plot will be complete after that.
And so delusional. Everybody that
I
you're
mean,
talking
you're
to is so
saying it.
delusional.
You're promoting being loose.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not promoting it. You're not an objective host to this show. Like, they brought up my intellect. They brought it
No,
up.
we
And then
were
that
talking
same
about,
woman
but
said,
we were
smart
talking
people
about
don't have to.
experienced woman versus non, and you said a woman's value. For one, you said a woman's value goes up the older she gets, and then two, you said her value goes up the more actually experienced she is.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
said both of those things,
crazy?
and they brought up my intellect.
We're not talking about
They
that
brought
right
it up.
now. We're not talking about that right now.
We were just talking about that, and you
But we're
muted
not
me
talking
because
about it. This
that's what
man,
you do.
stop it.
Prince, I'm
This
not
man
like,
posed a question or a statement. It sounds like it's true. It sounds like it coincides with your beliefs. You believe that men are attracted to women who are experienced. And I don't know why you believe that. Do you know how many women wish they could take their sexual past back? Or do you disagree with that?
a dummy, like the three dummies on this show.
Oh
Listen,
no! Now see, let me tell you
probably.
something. Let me tell you something, Miss
Hold
Mama.
on. No, don't worry about it. I got her off of
Oh,
there.
I'm not worried about it.
No,
Dumb,
I'm
but you
You
saying
know,
I
don't
don't
she's
want to
just
turn the
being
show into that.
extra.
I don't want to turn the show into that. I got her up
No,
off of
she's
here.
just being very sophomoric right now.
we're
Because
dumb, but you
what
got played by a loser.
right. Because what she doesn't know, see, I don't get on platforms talking about my intellect and how smart I am. I'm a mental scholar. That's in the top 1% of the smartest people in the entire globe. I have an IQ of 170, but I will never get on these platforms talking about, oh, I'm so smart. I'm so intellectual. I'm so intellectual that I got played by a loser. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. That means that there is some kind of disconnect within you that did not allow you to see these patterns if you're so smart and you're so intellectual. And when you're talking about all of these different things that, oh, everybody's delusional, guess what? I work in that field. Ms. Med has worked in that field. You don't know anything about what we do nor did for a living. So I can tell you, you live in a world of delusions of grandeur.
Hey,
Where you
listen,
think
people on the
that
platform, is there echo?
where you think that you're way above everybody else and that your intellect and all of this different stuff makes you so much better and that you should have all of these different things, and because people are not willing to come way up here and meet you where you are, that it's something wrong with them. No, there is something wrong with you It's not us. That is a totally you problem. And I am not trying to insult you, lady. I really am not. I'm not trying to insult you at all. But I'm just letting you know
Mike,
that
check. I
if
appreciate it.
anytime somebody brings up data, facts, statistics, anything, truth, the fact that we have the results that you want, we got the ring. You know what I'm saying? It just triggers something inside of you, and just it ruffles your demons. All you do is shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. Kevin Samuels did not miss on you.
I think this. I think the conversation is on point. I think the information was received by the people on YouTube and on TikTok. I think we have to make room.
We all got it except her.
Listen, I think we really do realistically, legitimately have to make room that everybody's not on the same page. And I'm not going to go into a place of disrespect, but we all have different levels of comprehension. None of us know how each other are doing mentally, and we have to make room and give grace for that. You know what I mean? Because when conversations take a turn for, there's never even supposed to be a conversation of whether or not it's, better for a woman to have experience. That conversation is not even supposed to exist, right? Even if you go according to the Bible, these women were getting passed over as into marriage as virgins and things of this nature. You know what I mean? So I don't think that we're ever supposed to have conversations like that. And if we're having conversations like that, that means one of us doesn't get it, or one of us is not capable of getting it.
The scripture talks about women being dwarfed in understanding. So we know what dwarf means. Deformed, not completely sober-minded. So, just because they speak a certain way and they say a certain thing does not mean that they are sufficient, secure, and have understanding. You can have knowledge but not being able to present your case against what somebody is saying.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Not smart. Because any lawyer can go in the courtroom, the judge will throw him out of there if he can't defend his case.
100%. Listen, I want you guys, I'm going to play something. I want you guys to hear it, and I want you one by one give me your understanding of it.
For a black woman, why would I continue to date a race of men who don't respect what I bring to the table, who I am, how strong I am?
Now, mind you, this woman is around 55, 60, something like that.
How I stand.
That's not all black men.
It's not all black, and I'm not speaking as an entire race.
Your group.
I'm not talking as an entire race. I'm just saying that there is a large percentage of black men who don't really hold it down for y'all. You might be a great man. Your boys might be great, but you got to know that your cousins ain't right.
But everybody not perfect.
I'm not saying people have to be perfect, but as a black woman who has always dated black, I've dated twice outside of my race, and it was amazing. And I did feel guilty, like maybe I should stay within my race, but all bets are off now because I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to teach people how to treat me. So if I meet someone outside of my race that chooses to come at me in a more respectful, a more consistent manner than what I've been experiencing, that's what I'm going to do.
You're going to do your thing.
I'm going to be colorblind.
Okay, now I'm going to present this to you. I'm going to start with you, Summer. This woman is every bit of 55 or 60 and is coming to the conclusion that if black men won't come at her correct, then they can kick rocks or whatever. My premise is, at 55 or 60, if you didn't secure the man in your prime who's going to be attracted to you and gravitate towards you based on you being in your prime, based on you not being on your decline yet, if you didn't secure that man yet, later on in your years, it's going to get tough, and you are not going to have any room to be making any demands. Summer, what are your thoughts about that?
First of all, at that age, it's slim pickings. That's number one. It's slim pickings in general.
In general.
So whatever type of man that it is that she thinks she's going to get, he's already wifed up or he's no longer.
You better know it.
And then you're supposed to teach everybody how to treat you. And let me tell you, my voice may be like this, but I'm not going to sit up and tell y'all I'm a strong woman. I'm a kept woman.
100%.
I am a kept feminine woman. Now, This right here, like you already know, my voice has no bearing on me and my
100%.
femininity because of a health condition. However, I'm strong and they can't compete and they can't. No, honey, you know what? You're going to leave here with dogs and cats.
You better
You
know
might
it.
as well get Fido and Uber.
Give me a second. Give me a
lower
second.
your standards.
Lord Commander over here in this situation, always supporting the show. I rock with you, my brother. Lord Commander says, Stacy, do you want to get with Cassie? Based on the trial, she is very expensive and it makes her more valuable, according to a girl. Listen, there is nothing that you could do. Cassie is still attractive. There is nothing that you could do to get me to have STD. I believe she has a multitude of things. I'm telling you, I believe that girl probably has more than 2 STDs. And I'm talking about one of them is probably one of the ones. Men don't even like going into an actual situation wondering, am I about to get burnt? And the reason that a man will wonder, is he about to get burnt, is there's going to be something of her past that is suggestive. I need to be careful. There's no way. Miss Mac.
So first of all, I think she overweight. That's one. Probably has high blood pressure. I want to make one point. The only man who might be interested in marrying her is Jose, who needs a green card.
That's real. That's real. And see, listen, I'm going to finish the show. Once you guys I'm going to finish the show, and you'll see that I bring that up. There may be somebody for you, but you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it.
You're going to threaten to revoke his green card, send it back to Mexico.
Yeah. Just to get him to stay in the house.
You're going to get her a certified scammer.
See, the problem with black women is they're so busy telling black men what's wrong with them, they can't look in the mirror and figure out their own issues. They're so prideful and arrogant. That's part of the problem.
Council of State.
They live in a state of delusion. They don't live in reality. The simple fact that she should have found somebody 20 years ago. Here she is living in the state. She's 55. You should have figured it out 20 years ago. You needed somebody. But now she done got tired of pumping that gas. She done got tired of taking
And this is what I tell people. Even carrying that water, those 24 bottles of water up those stairs or into your house, that could have all been avoided if instead, when you were popping, when you were in your prime, you wanted the guys who had the nice cars, you wanted to live a certain type of life, you wanted that hot girl summer, this and that clock kept ticking. And now, once you look up and you're tired of carrying those waters by yourself, you're tired of having to call certain people to scratch that itch, right? This is when you start thinking, I need a man. But it's kind of too late. It's not too late, but you're not going to get the man you want. You're going to get the type of man that other women didn't want.
Oh yeah, those are throwaways. You might have to be like the rest of the people and go clean you up a man that's under the doggone under the bridge or something like that.
Got an STD or something. I appreciate you ladies coming up. You got anything else?
She tired of them bills sitting in the forehead.
100%. 100%. I appreciate you ladies for coming up.
Well, thank you. I love you to pieces.
Love you back. Love y'all back.
Likewise, so I'm going to take care.
You too.
Counselor State said it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Nobody wants to admit that either. But I will say, just from a humanity or a human perspective, I do understand how someone wouldn't want to admit that it's over for me. Of course, I do understand that, right? I really don't believe the conversation I just had, though. That was kind of wicked work right there. My brother Eric Sanders always supporting the show. My brother, you already know. I got to drop one for my people who try to always support the show. They like to let Pookie and Glocktavius practice on them and get turned out. Man, don't nobody want that. And I don't care what you forced yourself to believe. Shout out to my dog, Lord Commander, always keeping us going. Today's dating scene is like watching that hopeful athlete that has been cut the past 8 years instead of getting a job and keep training and trying. I'm going for the guaranteed. I got to latch on to that thing that I know looks promising and that is more within my control. Versus if you wait till you're older in age, your dating options are no longer in your control. They're simply not. Listen, if you wait to your older age to start shopping for your serious person, listen, and I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this again. When I told you guys don't expect him to be that young, don't expect him to be that handsome, and he may not have much going for himself, listen, it's not because he's a bad person. It's because you waited until the age where you lose all of the things that men are usually attracted to about women, right? And they do start disappearing. And every area where you start losing those things, where you start declining in, there's a 25 to 30-year-old girls who are in their prime of those things that you just lost. Their things aren't sagging, right? Which makes it a no-brainer of which of the two that guy should choose. You're going to have to deal with a man who you don't really care for, to be honest. You don't care if he occasionally steps out, as long as he doesn't bring any disease or kids back. It's similar to repercussions of playing around with your youth and staying on the dating highway for too long. That's what it's similar to. A man's not going to be able to hit it from the back anymore, right? He's not going to be able to go deep, which men like to do, right? With the age you're at now, he's not going to be able to lift your leg up and experiment with multiple positions. Even the aesthetic look of your vajayjay won't be as attractive anymore. Gravity will have set in significantly and it will just look beat up. No snapback, just dangling like a worn out dish towel. I said it. Turbulence, people. Turbulence. Listen, and depending on the degree of menopause that has hit you, you guys may have to pack as much lubrication as P. Diddy did. Hold on. And for those of you who would say, he doesn't know what he's talking about, I still got it. Ladies, no, you don't. A decline is just that. It's a decline. And the reason why we know that some women are going to go into that state of mindset, I still got it, is because you can see it on these dating apps. You can see it on these dating apps where women have pictures up from 8 years ago. Oh, I look the same. Oh, no, you don't. How about that? No, you don't. What I'm telling you, ladies, is this. If you really want to be in long-lasting relationships, you are going to have to lower your standards. Because in a lot of cases, some of you, even in your prime, couldn't purchase the caliber of man that your standards are suggestive of today. Couldn't. Black Dove done cut out on us. Time waits on no one. Listen, I'm going to say this again before we wrap the show up. You guys know we usually wrap it up around the 2-hour mark unless people keep the show going. It's 5 on up from here to keep the show going, people. It is about to be 9 o'clock. What I want to say to you ladies is, some of you have already, listen. If you're past 35, you've already played with that clock too long. The reason I bring up 35 is because you can, if you're a 6, if you've been a 6 all your life, you've been above average attractive. At 35, you could still score, but you're going to have to be very careful. You are going to have to minimize the amount of sexual partners you have. It would be very good that if you kept your sexual activity very low so that the next man that comes into your life, listen, ladies, one thing that we look for when we get to touch your body is how tight it is. That's like the number one thing we look for. And when you're really loose, we're going to tell our homeboys about it, right? Not only that, subconsciously in our minds, we're going to know that you get down. And that's going to cause us to not take you serious, right? It's going to cause us to know that this is an actual relationship. If you're in your 40s and up, it's going to get more difficult for you to secure the caliber of man that you desire, the caliber of man that is within your taste range. You are going to have to, I don't even want to call it settle, because you yourself are no prize. And after the age of 40, you're not no spring chicken. You're not what you used to be. Things are starting to sag. All of the body counts that you had are going to catch up with you. You're likely going to have an attitude. You're likely going to be spiteful. You're likely going to be bitter in some areas. Average 35-year-old got at least 20 bodies. Listen, and they say past 10 bodies, your ability to get married reduces down to, I think, 10%, but I'll say 20. Listen, I'm going to say this to you ladies too before we go. Did you know that there's nothing wrong with you guys' definition of settling as long as you have someone, a life partner, to see you through to the end of life? A lot of you don't know that that's the big picture. A lot of you don't know that that's what you're supposed to be going for. Someone to see you through to the end of life, so that when the doctor comes in and tells you that there's an illness that you have, that a body part is going to have to be removed, that something bad is wrong, you don't have to deal with it by yourself. Our bodies start to naturally decline as we get older. You don't want to deal with that by yourself. You don't want to deal with that. Where's it at? I'll get it right here.
Respect money.
Give me a second. I'm about to play something. Okay, let's go. I want you guys to hear this. This is something that I don't play with, people.
Respect money. Don't you get old and be broke.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I want people to listen to what I'm saying. It's not a good look. You play with your life all you want. And it's worse now. We're about to see something we've never seen before. And it's coming. And if you didn't respect money, if you didn't respect your health, you done. Respect money. Don't you get old and be...
You're going to be in trouble. Listen, if you have $1 million right now, that's kind of not enough to see you through to the end of life. You need a life partner. Those are you who are looking at the aesthetics, those of you who are looking at how he is and things like that, you better stop playing. You had better stop playing. Marriage ain't for everyone. We're going to see. We're definitely going to see. We're going to see. Freaks. Much love to you. Much love to you. I'm 35. You better get serious about getting your person. You had better get serious about getting your person. Council of State, come on up here. Lord Commander over here in this situation, rocking with us, strong as usual. They think they will be young forever. They forgot about diabetes, heart issues, in their 50s, still dating. Chick, you about to be, you about out of here, going at 65. Everybody thinks it's a game. Everybody likes to see, and it's not really commonly found. That type of delusion is not really commonly found in men because we can see things. We can see things happening to other people and not want any smoke. Miss Raquel over here with the #2 gifter badge. Look, Council of State said I'm on ban. Many good days to come said, yeah, it's scary out here. I don't want a bunch of bodies. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Yeah, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and read this. You don't want to deal with a health decline and still paying rent and mortgage. Keep playing. That's what you guys do. Keep playing. You'll see. Listen, Brother Jones said they'll learn the hard way. Listen, that is a hard way. That is a hard way to learn. The homelessness rate of women has rose over half, over 50%. Shh. Keep playing. I'll tell you what, you can have all of the money. You can have it all. And when you get done, it can go bad. The internet is undefeated. That's real talk. That's real talk. Listen, look at my brother. And my brother be on his grind. Listen, my bro said, I pray that my mortgage is paid off before my health decides to betray me. Listen, we are logical men. We know that our health will betray us. How can your health betray you and you still getting up going to work every day to get this mortgage off so that your family is straight? I'm not even going to keep talking about this. Yeah, I agree, Dr. K. Gotta watch that those health. Like a lot of our past decisions bring up health issues for us today. And I don't know what Black Dove was on. I don't know what she was on. What the heck? All right, people, we're about to get up out of here. I appreciate you all for rocking with us. I hope that the show was as hot as our shows usually are, right? Or then some, you know what I mean? On that note, we're out of here.